stay in the game, then you can use the three-point lineup. And if you're getting outworked on the glass, there's a lineup for that as well. To access these presets, simply press down on the D-pad and use the right trigger to scroll through your lineup options. But if you want to see which players are involved in each lineup, then you'll have to call a timeout, use the triggers, and go through your options. And if you're a MyLeague fan,
and the starting lineups have concluded. So it's Saturday night and live on Tuke. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Oh, they're getting closer. Thanks, DA. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Ayton in at the pivot, manning the middle. And Doris Malik Beasley, no stranger to the entertainment business. His parents and his grandfather are all accomplished actors.
Yes, but his father also played basketball professionally. Malik with so much talent. Now he's looking for his role to grow, and he's got the kind of heart and toughness to go make it happen.
Now here's Johnson, and it's good for 2.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Russell with it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Rubio outside. Pass to Ayton. That shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's a Kogi. Lays it up and banks it in.
What floor awareness from Karl Anthony Towns to be 7 foot and that skilled. How lucky is he?
On the wing, Johnson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the wing right side. Back to Russell. Drops in the layup for 2.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Now here's Rubio. In close. In the corner, it's Oubre. Johnson surveying the floor. Lock at 6. Towns with the defensive effort.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The tray. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Beasley with the steal. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, the quickness of D'Angelo Russell in transition really puts pressure on the defense.
On the wing, Johnson. And Phoenix with another turnover here. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team. But the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Reed misses.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Booker dishes to Baines. And slam dunk by Saric.
Well, what I love is the aggressiveness of Dario Saric, making sure he leaves no doubt.
Here's Noel. Pass to Lehman. Here's Reed, covered by Baines. Reed gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, I think we know that Devin Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
And the Suns making a change here. Jerome is checked in. 4 on the shot clock. A drive by Booker. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
It looked like he caught the clock out of the corner of his eye, and Booker calmly beats it.
Here's Noel. Defended by Booker. And now the Suns, a fast break. Saric has got the ball. And slam dunk by Saric.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Johnson outside. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Layman pass to Reed. And Baines pulls it down. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Jerome, good. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now Culver. Here's Noel. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. Some changes for Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Oubre comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Devin Booker. Al Russell. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Oubre outside. Tipped away. Here's Okogie. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Okogie's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Minnesota. Pass to Jerome. He feeds it to Ayton. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
As a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for him. David, thank you for that one. Now Ayton, after the missed 3 from Rubio. There's the pass to Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. Kaminsky kicks to Oubre. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Now here's Towns. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Russell. Oubre kicks to Rubio. Ayton in the high post. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. And the Suns lead by 2.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
To the right side. Russell against Rubio. And the rejection by Ayton. Oubre finds Carter. Ayton with it. Rubio left side. And stolen by Russell. Oubre with the steal. On up the court. Johnson, that's for 2. And that one is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Okogie, the pass to Towns. And it's Beasley, that time in the assist by Towns. Beasley's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Rubio looking it over. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Back to Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Sharch comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Devin Booker in for Ricky Rubio. And Towns throws it down.
Well, leaving no doubt on that one, the explosiveness of Cat.
Carter down low. He gets that one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
16 seconds left now here in the second. Carter kicks to Sharch. Carter outside. Picked him clean. 1 second left. Doesn't go that time. So that'll be it for the first half. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good moments from both. And...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So on the floor for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in a power forward. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And You know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Here's a Kogi, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Johnson, pass to Rubio, and Booker kicks to Rubio. Johnson in the corner. Offline with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And Doris, no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns has taken a much bigger leadership role on this Minnesota team.
No doubt, Greg. Once the departure of Jimmy Butler was secured, then the leadership role squarely falls on the shoulders of Karl Anthony Towns. Now, his style is totally different. He wants to be a bit more encouraging, but there's no question. He's the best player. He's got to lead the charge.
Here's Russell following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Russell, basket good. Russell's got 8.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Booker the pass to Rubio. On the wing, Booker. He has 6. And 2 free throws coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Reed misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
No good from Booker. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Culver. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Passes it to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Out to the right wing. Saric outside. 5 on the clock. The pass to Jerome. Back to Booker. It's tipped, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And he has a real nose for the ball right there. I mean, and that's what it takes to play effective defense in the low post.
Pass to Noel. 1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. Unloads from 13. And stolen by Booker. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bridges. It's good. And the Suns lead by 1.
Boy, you have to be aggressive, powering through contact. Mikal Bridges, no signs of backing away.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Noel. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Noel's got his first 2 points. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Saric outside. And taken away by Johnson. To the inside. Bridges with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Kaminsky, and he lays it straight in.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
To the paint, here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Jerome. In the corner, it's Bridges. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker in the corner. Sharge passes to Booker. Now, here's Bridges. Clock at 4. Jerome. That 3 off the mark. Johnson dishes to Culver from 12 feet out. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, because of his length, quickness, athleticism, this guy is able to smother shots. Excellent defense.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Inside, Sharge and Bain. Ricky Rubio is out there with Carter. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Passes it to Sharge. In the corner, it's Oubre. Sharge inside. Russell's there. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Sharge finds Bain. Oubre passes to Baines. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The finish, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
That one falls.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
Russell against Rubio. Russell passes to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And there's the pass to Oubre. And Sharge kicks to Rubio. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Okogie. Finished off the break. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
In the corner, it's Oubre. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Rubio. And it's Oubre. The drive makes it off the glass. Oubre's got his first bucket in this one.
I tell you, like lightning, Kelly Oubre flashes through on the drive. No one quick enough to stop him.
Outside, Russell. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here's Oubre. After D'Angelo Russell's miss. Carter with it. Beasley covering. Here's Russell. And the shot goes in. Russell's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Now here's Oubre. Rubio outside, out to the right wing. Saric passes to Baines, and he converts the layup.
This guy is such a versatile big man. Dario Saric knows how to play the game. Pretty pass there.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Timberwolves.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D'Angelo Russell.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Oubre finds Saric. Carter on the wing. Here's Baines. And he banks in the layup.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Beasley for three. Can't connect. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have.
ability to customize these preset lineups. To do so, all you have to do is go to the On-the-Fly lineups in the Coaching tab, and you'll be able to edit any of the existing lineups or create one of your own. That's all for this installment of Expert Tips. I'll see you next time.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
What a great guy. DA, thank you for that. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Now, here is Russell. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Knocked away and stolen by Russell. With the teardrop. Rebound by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 4-point game. Here's Ingles. Here's Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. The drive by Mitchell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Off contact, to me, when you're talking about Donovan Mitchell, that toughness for a young fella is on full display.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
So it's the Jazz now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Count it. Russell's got 8 points. Here's Conley. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And no good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 4. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Beasley. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. Over Hernangomez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
Here's Reed. Out to the wing. Here's Culver. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Davis banked in off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that finish.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
for Minnesota. They've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Johnson right side. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Moutier finds Davis. Here's Clarkson. Fires at the elbow. They get it back.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Clarkson. Outside Bogdanovich. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. To the middle. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Now Culver. Over Moutier. Here's Johnson. And Davis pulls it down.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a... And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently...
Everybody had their reputations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Layman, also Johnson out there. And it's Reed in at the center.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Russell against Mitchell. The putback. The rebound by Mitchell. Jazz leading by 4. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And the basket by Ingles.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. Russell left side. Timberwolves passing it around. Beasley, the pass to Reed. Just 3 to shoot. For the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the inside. And the basket by Ingles. And it's a 10-point Utah lead. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
A different look for Utah. Bogdanovich is checked in for O'Neal, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Clarkson. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Beasley for 3. Rebound, Utah.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Conley kicks to Ingles. Bogdanovich looking around. Gobert down low. Hernan Gomez covering. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 11.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Bogdanovich against Hernan Gomez. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got the lead up to 11 now for Utah.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length, it's also the instincts. Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
On the wing, Ingles. No good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's a Kobe, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Right wing. Bogdanovich against Hernan Gomez. Dishes it to Towns. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Towns has got his first points in this one.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Missed inside. And so it's Utah. Ahead by 9. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. If you look at D'Angelo Russell, what a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And foul on the, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. And Russell gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Conley. Jazz passing it around to the wing on the left. The pass to Ingles. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Jazz have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Jazz with some changes. O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed's checked in, and Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Here's Russell, kicks to Towns. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Utah leading by 8. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. Davis is checked in for Utah. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Clarkson. Feeds it to Davis. It's blocked. And they're running. Here's Layman. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Timberwolves trail by 8.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
Count that bucket. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside, Russell. Johnson outside. Back to Russell. And it's Layman in the corner. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanović. In another area where Bogdanović is helping the offense, Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Bogdanović. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson, and it's Mike Conley in for Mudiay. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Noel, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Gobert, he's checked in for Ed Davis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. So it's Utah now. 10-point lead. Conley with it. No points in the game yet for him. Stolen. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Ingles. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Conley surveying the D. It's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
And the basket by Okogie.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Inside, Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
It's Beasley on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good size advantage. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. We've got Johnson, Culver out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward.
We've talked about it before, unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Minnesota calls timeout. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Ryan Saunders said to the team. He told us, guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Clarkson. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Towns. The shot misses. Gobert with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 16.
You have to box out Rudy Gobert, and if you don't, he will dunk it with force. He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
Outside Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. He feeds it to Gobert. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
To the left side wing. Here's Okogie. Ingles covering. Lock at 6. It's Russell with the drive. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the left wing. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell against Beasley. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Towns with the steal. Passes to Russell. Over Conley. And it's Russell missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Conley. Gobert's got 10 points here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Russell passes to Okogie. Back to Russell. Launches a three. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Down low, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Now, here's Mitchell. Outside Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. O'Neal inside, working on Beasley. The Timberwolves shooting around 41% on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Utah.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most excited of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one drops. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Layman's checked in, and both free throws good for Evans. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Bradley finds Conley. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Aston Niang from past the arc. The Jazz again can't hit it. Now the pass to Vanderbilt. Now here's Evans. Jacks up a three. No good that time. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yeah, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
I'm here to tell you about everything going on in MyTeam right now. Flash 2 packs have arrived, and they're complete with some of the most unique cards in all of MyTeam. Agent Zero, Glitched Tim Duncan, and Oscar Robertson. Our dev team really went crazy here. In Limited this weekend, it's all about
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Russell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Yep, it counts.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there, just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Gallinari outside. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Paul, and it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Beasley with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Towns. Inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the 2nd dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line, throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
So here's Gallinari after D'Angelo Russell's bucket, and they pick up 2.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And taken away by Paul. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's just as good at finishing.
Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drive.
A rebound by the Timberwolves. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Hernan Gomez, no good. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. They trail by 3. Here's Dort. It's good. This game is all even.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide open look.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here we go, one-on-one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Layman pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Here's Ferguson. There's the triple. And it's Schroeder missing. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Pass to Noel. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Plays it up and banks it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Johnson left side. And the rejection by Noel.
You can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. He's so forceful and determined in his denials.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Ball stolen. And here's the break. Here's Noel. Finished off the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Nerlens Noel is out there with Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report.
And really, they're going to have to figure out a different way to attack this defense. They're not getting many good looks at all. Their field goal percentage is scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Noel, no good. Thunder trailing by 12. To the left side wing. Pass to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Muscala. And and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Russell inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Fires for three. Kept alive, Minnesota. Back to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Adams. Ball left side. And stolen by Russell. Hernan Gomez with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Here's Reed. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Over Russell. The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota leading by 10.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander from deep three-point range. That shot no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Gallinari outside. The shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that. And he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Russell with it. 7 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Paul with the steal. 1:06 left here in the second. Yep, that one goes in there.
Tell you what, that mid-range game from Chris Paul, he's really an assassin from there. You can see less and less of that shot in this day and age, but CP got the green light to shoot it.
Russell looking around. And the pass to Reed. Adams, some nice D.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Shot from 12. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Chris Paul.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Russell against Adams. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Oklahoma City on D. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Johnson, the pass to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. And even 3-on-3 break. Shoots from 14. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Paul.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 4. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Minnesota came out looking very confident. They went to work early at both ends of the... And that'll do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside Russell. Right wing. Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. Kept alive.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
That's a 2 from Paul. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Outside Russell. He dishes it to Beasley. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Beasley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Towns against Paul. It's deflected out to Gallinari from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Gallinari's got 7 points.
Set him up, knock him down. Gallinari's a rhythm shooter, looking good on that one.
Right side Russell to the inside. Towns. And Adams sends it back. Now here's Gallinari. He has 7. Pass to Paul for the lead. Paul missing again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Outstanding vision from Karl Anthony Towns. Not only is he willing to give it up, but he's ready to find his teammates when they're open.
Here's Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Adams on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Russell. An easy 2 points on the layup. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Paul looking around. Passes it to Gallinari. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
The Timberwolves have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the technical free throw is good.
You know, when Beasley stays within himself, I think he's really an effective player, and we know he's skilled on offense.
Towns wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Last break, Minnesota. Towns for 3. It's good from long range. And now an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Karl Anthony Towns can stroke it from deep. Didn't take long for him to establish himself as one of the best three-point shooting big men in the league.
He kicks it to Culver. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Schroeder, and Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Nader's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. 5 on the clock. Layman pass to Reed, and stolen by Noel. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Diallo. The Thunder with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Fires the three. And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's Ferguson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Ferguson. Noel is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. To the paint, got a piece of it. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Culver's shot is off.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Diallo.
Well, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Pass to Culver. On the wing, Johnson. The 3. Reed, the second chance points on the tip in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Back to Schroeder. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beasley for 3. Drains the three-pointer. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And the Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Russell with a wide-open look. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Russell. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari wide open, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Here's Towns. No good on the shot. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team.
So he gets them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Russell. For 3, a Kogi. Dort grabs the miss. Here's Paul, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Kogi's defense is top tier. He never stops working and causing problems at that end of the floor.
on Gomez, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Off the catch, nice balance, nice rhythm. Gallinari with a good-looking shot.
Towns hangs. And here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Towns. 2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Towns. It's hauled in by Adams. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. 4-point game. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound Minnesota. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door.
Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Here's Gallinari. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Okogie. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Okogie misses. Here's Dort. Off the mark.
Check out Okogie's focus as a defender. Nothing distracting him from staying all over the...
And so the Timberwolves take the win.
Set your lineup with your best rim rockers and go get that ring. And as always, how about some locker codes? Enter these codes for a chance at pulling your next great MyTeam card. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.
This season, we're bringing
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel. And let's go.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Rubio, and the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Now here's Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Oubre, and the rejection by Towns. And now Minnesota on the fast break. No good from Hernan Gomez. Oubre up top. Rubio finds Booker. Back to Rubio. Johnson, the pass to Booker. And it's Rubio penetrating. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
And Ricky Rubio, last season, signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Suns to take over the reins at point guard.
Well, you think it's been a bit of a rudderless team since Steve Nash's departure. You have a 2-guard that's one of the best scorers in the league. What better way than to bring in a veteran who loves to play both ends of the court, is unselfish, and shows you what it's like to be a pro. Ricky Rubio has done that for the organization.
Oubre can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Okogie misses. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Here's Ayton. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
The drive by Russell. Yep, that one goes.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Okogie, the pass to Russell. Oubre with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And the dunk by Booker.
Some of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharch comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Carter. Good on the shot.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Layman kicks to Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
Crafty at getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Now here is Carter. We've got 1:28 left in the first. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. The Suns making a switch here. Jerome is checked in. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sharch. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Fighting through the contact. Dario does a great job that time.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 3. Here's Reed. Rebound by the Suns.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Layman. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Here's Johnson. And he gets the bucket.
Wow, at times it seems like Johnson is better finishing through contact, especially when he drives inside.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Suns shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timberwolves trail by 5. Now, here's Culver. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter finds Sharch, and the shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Noel, defended by Carter. Knocked loose. And they're moving it up. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Suns on top. They lead by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Culver. He's out there with Russell. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Layman. And it's Reed in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Shot clock at 2. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. A second chance effort. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The drive by Russell. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside. Finds an angle.
Pass to Sharch. Out left to the wing. Now Bridges. Carter with the 3. And again, it's the Suns missing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Towns dishes to Culver. Back to Towns. Culver in the corner. Outside Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Up again. It's good on the putback.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Carter left side. From outside the arc. That doesn't go either for Carter.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Culver passes to Towns. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Suns leading. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Oubre outside. Johnson outside. Oubre outside. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it down low. And the Suns lead by 3.
I could see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
And the self-described Tsunami Poppy. Kelly Oubre used to call himself the Wave, but as he grows, so too does the nickname.
Well, the wave for him is a metaphor for his life's approach. The energy that you put out coming back. Kelly Oubre is the kind of guy who's looking to attack with force and fury. So that kind of ebb and flow is helping out his NBA career.
And stolen by Russell. Towns down low. He's guarded by Johnson.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Oubre passes to Ayton. Now Rubio. Back to Johnson. Pass to Rubio. Another shot. Ayton kicks to Johnson. Booker outside. Rubio the pass to Booker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got 6 points.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Johnson. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. And Rubio kicks to Booker. The pass to Ayton. Now Oubre. The dish now to Booker. Wants to get it to Baines and does. And that one drops for him.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Noel passes to Hernan Gomez. Here's Noel. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
35 seconds left to play in the first half. Oubre kicks to Booker. Back to Oubre. Kicks it out to Booker. Stolen away. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Towns with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Outside, Towns. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Passes it to Rubio. Here's Noel. With 1 on the clock, Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, like a 5-tool baseball player, James Johnson's one of those guys who does a little bit of everything for his team.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. The first quarter was a difficult one for Minnesota. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up. And that'll do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. The Suns trailing. Pass to Johnson. Booker with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Booker dishes to Johnson. Suns moving the ball around. Rubio the pass to Ayton. Oubre outside. Just 5 to shoot. Poke loose. To the middle. Here's Rubio. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
Here's Beasley. No good that time. Some solid defense from Ayton. Rubio outside. Inside. Lets it go. And Ayton throws it down.
DeAndre Ayton dangerous in the pick and roll just because as a big he can get off of that screen so easily.
And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G.A., do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017 and perhaps some questions for the Suns training set.
Towns, no luck. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Out to the wing. Pass to Jerome. Saric in the corner. Carter outside. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. Takes a 3. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Johnson against Saric. Johnson, the pass to Reed. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Johnson surveying the floor. And there's the pass to Reed. Johnson against Bridges. Here's Carter. Passes it to Kaminsky. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Beasley's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And the layup is good.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Carter, the pass to Booker to the right side. Kaminsky with the ball. Carter outside. On the wing, Booker. Pass to Kaminsky. Trying to get open is Johnson. And the basket by Kaminsky. And the Suns lead by 3.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Johnson, good.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
It's good. Bridges has got his first points of the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bridges with the steal.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. He kicks it to Bridges. He got it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Suns lead by 3, and we're just moments away from the start of... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back to Beasley. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The drive by Booker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Got to respect the level of concentration from Devin Booker on that shot. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. And a change for the Suns. Sharch has checked in for Kaminsky.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
2 points. That one goes.
Again, Russell able to dance behind the screen, and once he's able to set you up like that, it's over.
And Sharch kicks to Oubre. Suns moving the ball around. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Booker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun. Getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Oubre on the wing. To the paint. 4 on the clock. And it's Baines missing. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting. Certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Phoenix making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Suns leading by 7. Booker the pass to Oubre. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Russell dishes to Towns. And the rejection by Ayton.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Here's Russell. Down low. Here's Hernan Gomez. The feed to Towns. Over Ayton. And it's Towns missing. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And Rubio kicks to Sharch. Here's Booker. That shot off the mark. Towns with the defensive effort. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beasley's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Oubre outside. On the wing, Booker takes the 3. Beasley with the rebound. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Timberwolves trail by 9. The pass to Towns. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Minnesota making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Beasley inside, working on Booker. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Okogie. Oubre with the steal. Here's Saric. Oubre outside. Kicks to Saric. Booker in the corner. Pass to Rubio. Oubre on the wing. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Russell inside, covered by Rubio. Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's Beasley on the wing, defended by Booker. And the rejection by Ayton. And he recovers it. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Oubre on the wing. The pass to Saric. Rubio against Russell. It's tipped. Now Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Rubio against Russell. Comes up empty down low. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Deep two from Russell. Misses there.
Just a great job, Ricky, on defense, taking tons of pride right there to try to help his team out.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. This was a very...
that there's kids that look up to me, and there's kids that shoot deep threes and say my name when they shoot.
And nothing.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in at the point. And for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also, Malik Beasley out there. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Jazz passing it around. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Mitchell outside. Over Beasley. Mitchell's shot is good.
Well, you give Donovan the mid-range jumper, he will make you pay.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for a good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
Gobert can't hit. Now the Timberwolves with it. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Beasley with it. Towns trying to get open. And that one is good by Beasley.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Mitchell against Beasley. Mitchell looking it over. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell, just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Outside Russell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. There's the dish to Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Gobert. They swipe it. Beasley kicks to Russell. Fires from deep. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. A beautiful reverse layup.
So Karl Anthony Towns can be a 20-10 guy consistently. This guy is a workhorse on the glass.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. O'Neal's check in for Bogdanovich. Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley.
Here's a guy in Joe Ingles who truly is an example of the right fit, the right organization makes all the difference in your career. Joe Ingles is a smart, tough, capable basketball player on both ends of the floor, and he just needed the right place to show that.
Mudiay looking around. To the inside. Now O'Neal. Back to Gobert. That shot missing. Johnson with the defensive effort. 1:53 left to play here in the first. Here's Layman. Here's Towns. And plenty of contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Culver. Reed the pass to Noel. Davis against Johnson. Great D that time from Davis. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot blocker. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion. You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Johnson can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Gobert the pass to Davis. Here's Noel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here is Johnson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Davis pulls it down. Utah leading in transition. Here come the Jazz. Clarkson's running. He lobs it up. Outside for Davis. Now the pass to O'Neal. Puts it up from 15. He doesn't hit that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Utah out in front, leading by just. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Davis, and it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And that one is hammered home.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanović was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. And the Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Bogdanovich passes to Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Russell inside, covered by Mitchell, and Russell gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Whoops, anticipated the pass, turnover. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in.
In the summer of 2018, Karl Anthony Towns signing that 5-year, $158 million max contract.
Greg, given that he has a reputation of being frugal, that may last him a while. Consider after he was drafted, for a while, he didn't own a car. He actually walked around Minneapolis. Now, that could be a little cold in those chilly winter months.
James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Outside, Bogdanovich. Ingles passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Russell against Mitchell. Passes to Okogie. Johnson in the corner. Down low, Towns. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Moutier, he's checked in for Utah.
And Doris, the offense is there for Towns. That's obvious. But how does he improve defensively?
Well, you make a great point. Number one, he's always carried such a heavy burden offensively. Remember, this is a big guy, actually size 20 feet. So quickness laterally has always been an issue. For me, it's about one thing. Know your personnel and play smart angles, and that should help immensely.
Bogdanovich finds Gobert. Over in the corner, Moutier. On the wing, Ingles. Lock at 6. Moutier passed to Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Left side, Towns. Over Gobert. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Off target with his 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Pass to Clarkson. Gobert down low. Towns on him. Can't hit from in close. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Clarkson kicks to Ingles. Inside. Clarkson with the ball. Gobert. Count it. 8 points for Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good action during the... And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. but, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. To the middle. Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. They double-team Conley. Here's Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Okogie. Good D by Bogdanovich. The Jazz shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense.
And one thing you love about Ingles, he hits a lot of contested jumpers.
He does, and he'll get to his game by using jab steps, pump fakes, really good ball handler. He's unafraid in the clutch. He'll talk a little smack every now and again. Joe Ingles has carved out quite a career.
For the tie, the putback, great positioning on the putback, and it's all knotted up.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. Up the line, Minnesota. Hernan Gomez finds Towns, goes back up. There's the pass to Okogie. Beasley, the pass to Russell. Here's Towns. Goes up again, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Layman, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley. The Jazz also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Gobert can't hit. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. Moutier, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Outside, Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You cannot be careless guarding D'Angelo Russell. This guy's so good at putting the defense in tough spots.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
To the paint, here's Clarkson. Here's Gobert. Count it, and the foul. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, the added strength of Rudy Gobert over the years helps him complete the and one. You get the sense this guy loves to score the basketball.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Outside, Russell. Johnson outside. From deep. Can't hit that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Mitchell outside. And good that time.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Reed. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Layman. And Okogie subbed in for Culver. Here's Mitchell. 10 points for him. 1:04 left to play in the third. The 10-footer. And there's another one for the Jazz.
We're talking 6'3", 215 pounds, so that is a big-sized guard. He can operate on the interior.
Outside, Russell. Inside. Reed the pass to Russell. It's over Clarkson. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Russell.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Some dishes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why Gobert is such a high percentage scorer. He finds a way to finish with that great length.
Russell inside, defended by Gobert. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's O'Neal. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Jazz ending the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. Rudy Gobert is out there with O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the 4.
It is still amazing to me that in 2017, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even a top 10 pick. If you had a redraft, he'd likely go top 2. Absolutely incredible.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Pass to Davis. Towns with the steal. Here's Okogie, guarded by O'Neal. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Hernan Gomez.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Left side, Davis. Pass to Niang. Now, here's Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Mitchell against Russell. And Davis sends it back. To the inside. Niang kicks to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Davis missing. Timberwolves trail by 7. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And it's Mike Conley in for Clarkson. Conley the pass to Mitchell. O'Neal against Hernan Gomez. Gobert out to Conley. The wide open look here for Ingles. Another miss by Utah.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
For 3, Okogie. Ingles with the rebound. Utah leading by 7. Here's Mitchell. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Conley against Russell. It's stolen by Gobert. Fast break. Here they come. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Mitchell outside. Outside Conley. Now Ingles in the corner. O'Neal with it. The pass to Conley. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They can see Mike Conley an innate sense for where that shot clock is, and I've got to make a shot, no problem.
To the left side wing. Passes it to Beasley. Hernan Gomez kicks to Beasley. But they recover it. Down low. And he overshot that one, missing. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. James Johnson's checked in for 1. Hernan Gomez. And Utah also making a switch. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Left side, Towns. The shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Back to Mitchell. To the wing right side. Conley dishes to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. On the wing, Mitchell. And Davis wide open. He shoots offline. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
It's definitely humbling, and it's also motivating. It's just more fuel, and it's something that motivates me because I know I'm representing more than just myself. My name is Trae Young, and I'm voting in this upcoming election. Being a point guard and having to be a leader, it kind of forces you to think of a lot of things on the court. You're not only focused on your job, but you're also focused on everybody else around you, and really
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There was no mistaking the Thunder as they got off the bus. Only one team in the league always looks that sharp. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for...
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's George in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, they've got Towns. D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Now, here is Russell. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Russell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
The shot's good from Paul.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
Russell dishes to Towns. Back to Russell. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Gallinari with the steal. And here's the fast break. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
It's Russell with the drive. And the layup falls. Russell's got 6 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The shot's good from Paul.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They grabbed their own miss.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
To the middle. Here's Paul. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Russell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too. If he's got a path to the rack, it's going to be a strong throwdown for a Kogi every time. I mean, he doesn't mess around when he gets in tight. He's banging.
Pass to Paul, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Rebound by Kogi. Timberwolves have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running, and that one is good by Beasley.
Outstanding vision from Karl Anthony Towns. Not only is he willing to give it up, but he's ready to find his teammates when they're open.
The shot by Paul, nobody around. The 15-footer, good. 8 points for him.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Here's Russell. The pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Russell against Paul. Lets it go from 14. That one's not going to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. Hangs in the air. Hernan Gomez finds Beasley. Towns with it. Back to Beasley. For three. Keeps it alive. And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Beasley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Paul for three. Drills it from outside.
I think this is Paul at his best. Has one of the nastiest pull-up jumpers in the game.
And here's Russell. Okogie for three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Layman, also Johnson out there. And it's Noel in a 2-guard. Here's Noel. Passes it to Reed, kicks it out to Johnson. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Out to the wing. Here's Diallo. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Muscala. Here's Noel. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And Noel really does a nice job in reading angles of shots. He really excels in avoiding box outs because he's so active, and he typically beats guys to important spots near the basket.
Johnson outside. Off target at the rim.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Diallo kicks to Ferguson. Diallo the pass to Ferguson. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And it's Johnson again missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. In the corner, it's Diallo. Here's Noel. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Hey, just give Noel the rock in the post, and he knows what to do from there. Excellent presence in the low post.
Layman gets the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Muscala finds Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. Tries from 7. Here's Noel. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Back to Schroeder. Out to the right wing. It's deflected. Johnson outside. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Diallo. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Ferguson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And they're on the break. Here's Noel. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 8. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Pass to Ferguson. Now, here is Gallinari. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
This is his first free throw of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
He misses the free throw.
Boy, the work ethic is something that stands out for Jarrett Culver. Very impressive.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Down low. Nice D from Russell.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in its small forward. With his first shot attempt, bucket is good. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Russell inside, defended by Paul. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Russell against Paul. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 8.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Ball against Russell. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Towns. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Dishes to Towns. Back to Russell. Paul with the steal. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Tries it from 9. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's Russell missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Gallinari again, Oklahoma City. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
For the lead, Dort misses. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. It's Russell with the drive. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Gallinari down low. Hernan Gomez on him. And it's Gallinari missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, when Beasley stays within himself, I think he's really an effective player. And we know he's skilled on offense.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed's checked in. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Layman, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. In the corner, it's Diallo. And there's the pass to Noel. Over Johnson. Bank shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 3. Beasley inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. And stolen by Noel. To the inside, Diallo. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Diallo's got his first 2 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Reed. He's covered by Noel. Beasley with 5 points in the game. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Diallo the pass to Noel. Nobody near Schroeder. A miss that time would have put him up. Up in time. That one misses. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Minnesota on top, leading by a point. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Here's Russell. We've got Beasley. Johnson is out there with Lehman. Then it's Russell. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Oklahoma City trailing. Passes it to Diallo. To the left wing. Here's Muscala. Back to Diallo. Here's Ferguson. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Clock at 4 to take the lead. Ferguson misses. Johnson, the pass to Beasley. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Beasley's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Minnesota. It's Noel atop the key. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Diallo. Inside. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Schroeder.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Russell. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And this is what you get with a bigger guard. D'Angelo able to finish through contact.
Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Schroeder against Russell. To the paint. It's stolen by Muscala. Noel dishes to Muscala. Schroeder passes to Ferguson. And it's blocked. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Minnesota making a switch. Towns is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Alinari, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Diallo. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Russell passes to Towns. That one goes in. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Towns is a handful in deep. I mean, you look at his size, his height, and his length. Combine that with his strength, hard to guard.
And it's Paul penetrating. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
Russell against Paul. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, he never seems to get rattled. He's got a very calm, steady demeanor about himself. D'Angelo making it look easy.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
1:52 left to play in the final quarter. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Rockets hits and stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And here they go. And the dunk by Towns.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns. Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. That's now 8 points for Steven Adams. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Out to Russell. Ball So it's a time, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Russell against Paul. Outside Russell. Kicks it to Towns. Adams, some nice D. Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Russell. Now Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. No good from Hernan Gomez. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Dort. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. Shoots. No good there. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous.